morning. So today, well, we're not really sure exactly what we're doing today yet. Corn silage is coming upon us. Where Mark was burning some samples that him and Kevin took this morning. And it appears it might be a little bit wet yet, so no real rush yet. So there's other things to do, but right now what I'm doing is getting all the hay off of this front of this chopper. Just in the build up everywhere. It's just pulled all that off already. So I'm gonna work on getting all that off, get the air hose out. It's a good dust mask so my allergies don't kick up on me. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing right now anyway. Alright, I think that's about all I'm gonna do. It's pretty good. Most of the stuff out, big stuff out anyway. Alright, so looks pretty good. So what Mark did earlier is he put this plate down here. This one right here, it goes underneath. Called it an ear saver. So apparently, for whenever we're making hay, leave that open so better airflow and crop flow and all that. So when you do corn, keep that in there to keep material from falling out the bottom. And wow, my glasses are filthy. Much better. Alright, so I'm going to leave that for Mark. Got to put the kernel processor in yet. We've never done that on this chopper before. They say it's easier than the old style, so hopefully it goes pretty good. Mark is doing some county fair stuff right now. Taking some stuff down there for the kids' fair animals. So, we're just going to leave that there and we'll check some air pressures and wagon tires and maybe do a little greasing. So that'll be the next thing. Alright, well, battery for the grease gun. Yeah, it feels heavy. Hopefully that means it's about full of grease. So we'll go out, grease the wagons up, check the tire pressures like I said. Kind of looking like we won't start chopping today if the moisture samples come back a little wet yet, but greasing earlier certainly won't hurt it, and checking the tire pressure shouldn't either. We just did it pretty recently. I checked them, so they should all be hopefully all good. If not, we might be having a problem with the tires. So anyway, here we'll just set this here and work on tires. Thing is, with the price of these tires, good. I think this is one of the worst leaking ones. Meaning, about have to fill it up every hay crop, which is about every 4 weeks, and it's not flat. So, no, I was just saying with the tire prices of these things, you run them low low on air, you can wear them out faster than is necessary. If we're all good, we'll move on to our old Meyer Boss wagon. This was our original good silage wagon. So let's see, it would have been 2000, I want to say 8 or 9. I think it was 2008, which would have been the year I graduated, that we got this wagon. They're big cylinders. It takes a lot of oil to lift them up. Out of grease. Alright, so I'm going to grease the back hinge points now. It's always a little, makes me a little nervous because, well, so it hinges on these two, ball mount things on each corner, and you can actually tip it forward too. So there's these pins that rotates around. So you pull that pin out, clip, pull, pin out. So then put it up front, put the little clip through. So these are greased. So now we just got to do it the other side. And at one point, one of these got bent just a little bit. So it makes the sliding in and out a little challenging sometimes. But I don't want to get them all dried out. So I do it and get nervous every time I do. But it hasn't whipped me yet. So keep doing it. So part of the marketing ploy is you can do this when you're opening up a field of corn. You can tip that forward, make it easier for the chopper to hit, but that makes me really nervous. I do not want this thing full of corn and not be able to get the pivot pins in. So we don't do that. So I usually do this twice a year, beginning of the year and then right before corn starts. If you feel they're scored, I should do it more often, but it's not real greasy in there, and then when it pivots it wears them out a little bit. But this one's pretty good. Well, there's some scoring in there, but yeah, so I get them good and greased. So whenever I set this back down and pull the pins out, this box is just sitting there by gravity. There's nothing really holding it there in place, I guess, except the hydraulic cylinder and the hoses. But theoretically we could, it's tilting down, theoretically we could take this box off and put a bigger box on this same frame or same undercarriage. I would not, especially with this one, since it is just a tandem. You can already get it to, well, with shelled corn, you can overload it pretty easily if you're not careful. Whoops. That's coming out all right. Hopefully it goes back in. Excellent. Perfect. Actually, sometimes you just have to do things whether or not you really want to or not. Oh, look, there's Dad. He's hauling working on the high moisture silo that we haven't filled in a couple years. It's got a bunch of junk in it. We've been working on cleaning that out, so that's another fun project. Well, got all the wagons greased up. 2 tires put air in yet, but we'll probably do that when we start chopping, whenever that is. So for now, that'll be it.